Okay, welcome to Soapbox Talks. Friends, I'm extremely delighted to have a very dear friend and an accomplished dentist, doctor, and a good human being who specializes in dental surgery, orthodontal surgery, and various things. Uh, I'm not too much aware of what technological terms or technical terms we they use, but yes, I am happy with being associated with him for many years now. And people say that when you cry alone, and when you laugh, people laugh with you. So today's topic basically is about managing your dental structures, teeth, how to take care of teeth, etc. And Dr. Viral Parekh will be talking about that. So, without taking much further time of everyone, I will ask and request Khyati to introduce our esteemed speaker of today's Showbox Talk Show. Khyati, over to you.
Welcome all of you to the platform of Soapbox Talk. Good evening. Today it is the 20th episode of Soapbox Talk. Soapbox Talk is a platform for all the speakers who have achieved something in their life and they have something to convey to all our viewers. This platform of Soapbox Talk is founded by C.A. Bharat Desai. C.A. Bharat Desai is not just a financial consultant but a counselor, business coach, trainer, and a social worker. With love and affection, we also call him Bharat Guru. Let me introduce you today's speaker, Dr. Viral Parikh. Dr. Viral Parikh is a cosmetic dental surgeon and an oral implantologist. He is practicing right in the heart of Malad West, Mumbai since last 21 years. He has been secretary of Indian Dental Association from 2011 to 2017. He has been president of Indian Dental Association from 2018 to 2019. He has also been secretary of Rotary Club, Bombay Northwest Malad from 2015 to 2016, and currently he is the medical director of the organization. His clinic, Gayatri Multispeciality Dental Implant Clinic, caters to all sort of dental procedures, right from the emergency dental care to lasers to smile designing to teeth replacement with dental implants to child dentistry, straightening of crooked teeth to aligners to treatment of gum diseases and oral surgical procedures, etc. In a nutshell, if I say, he is our smile designer. Even though if you have a good smile, if you don't have a good teeth, it's of no use, right? So let me give this platform to Dr. Viral and let us listen to him something great about tooth and tooth care. Dr. Viral, the platform is all yours.
Well, at the outset, I would like to thank Bharatbhai Desai for giving me this opportunity. And along with him, I would like to thank the organizers of Soapbox Talks as well for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this and give my 2 cents, some knowledge about dentistry, which I can share with you to create an awareness about the same. If my voice is audible, then can we begin with the presentation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'd like to share the screen before I start. And first, and before I take up the screen sharing, I would like to welcome all the participants for today. A very good evening to all of you, and hope as the as the presentation progresses, we get more and more participants. And if Bharat Bhai would definitely tell you, and Khyati would tell you, but in fact, I would also like to tell you that if there are any doubts, keep it preserved keep it on hold till the end. As soon as I finish my talk, if there are any doubts, I can answer to all your queries. Don't worry, don't feel shy to ask even the minutest or the trivial most doubt, because I think there are a lot of people who might be having the same doubt, but then they might be shy to ask. So maybe if you ask the same, it might solve the problem, the doubts and queries of all the other people as well. All right, so I request the screen share, Bharat bhai.
Yeah, I have already given the permission from my side. Yeah,
Is my
okay.
screen audible?
Now it will
Is
come.
my screen visible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, friends. So my topic for today is tooth and tooth, but and nothing but the tooth. Smile and the whole world smiles with you. All right. So before I begin my presentation, I would like to thank dentistry's own god, that is God Ganesha, which whom we call lovingly Ekdant. He is called dentistry's own god. So before I begin my presentation, I invoke Lord Ganesha, who with whose blessings I have been practicing since the last 21 years, and love to seek his blessings in the future as well. All right. So the major problem which is plaguing the entire world today is coronavirus pandemic, COVID-19. And the major issue which people would face, or the major doubt that people would have, is the dental treatment safe during this pandemic situation. Friends, here I would like to inform you that the regular dentist to whom you visit, if he or she is maintaining all the regular protocols and following all the necessary precautions in maintaining the sterilization protocol, plus maintaining proper hygiene status in the clinic, plus maintaining proper social distancing in the waiting room, and doing all the procedures with proper utmost care, I don't think that there is anything to fear about going to a dentist to do a dental treatment. Also, there are a few precautions or protocols that you yourself as a patient should follow. Like, when you go for the treatment, don't take your go with 2-3 people together. Try to be alone. Right? Keep your belongings either in your car or at your place, or you can keep it with a dentist assistant who would give you a bag and keep it separately, so that there is not a lot of cluster around in the clinic. Right? And plus, on your own, you have to maintain social distancing and follow the sterilization protocol. As regards the various procedures that can be done safely, I would say that all the dental procedures can be safely done, regularly done, provided all the protocols are followed. I hope it clears your doubt. Next, as we say, bad oral habits may ruin your teeth, may ruin your gums. Here, I would like to give you 15 tips on how to maintain your teeth healthy and your gums and your smile beautiful. First is, always brush your teeth before going off to bed. I think this is the most common, and I think everybody would be following this. But there is a science behind why we dentists recommend brushing twice in a day. Is that throughout the day you eat or drink water, eat food, our mouth keeps on generating saliva. But at night, when the activity is zero, the saliva production is absolutely nil. Right? Saliva can clear your bacteria which is there accumulated in your mouth, which can cause decay. But at night, when the saliva production is almost nil, there is a possibility that food which is stuck in between the teeth can lead to dental cavities and can erode the enamel and cause gum disease. So it's good to brush with a proper fluoride-based toothpaste before going off to bed. Right? The best of the toothpaste also cannot give you protection for more than 12 hours. So once you brush in the morning, again it has to be followed at night, so that even at night your teeth and the gums are safeguarded. Second is, brush with a proper technique. I'm sure we have grown up with seeing our parents brush the way they brush, and we have learnt by observing them. But there is a specific technique on your brush, so that it can reach to the maximum area possible and clean the deepest of the crevices in the teeth. Like the way it is, clench your teeth, one on top, hold your brush in a horizontal position and move your brush in an up and down stroke. So only the wrist is moved, not the entire arm if you brush it horizontally. All right. So that will create less amount of pressure, less amount of fatigue on the teeth, and it may not injure your gums as well. Plus, if the teeth are in a vertical direction, then it will also help cleaning the spaces or the areas in between the teeth. Now, the next question would be to how to clean the backside. For that, you have to hold the brush in between the cheeks and the teeth and move the brush in a round circular motion so that it can reach all the surfaces and a to and fro motion can be avoided. Only on the surfaces where you have to, where the chewing surfaces are, there you can move your brush in an up and down or a to and fro motion. All right. This will help in cleaning the maximum area of the teeth as well as prevent any erosion or any damage to the gums. Now, the third is what kind of toothbrush should be used, right? Stick to the basics. Use a brush which has soft bristles and at least brush 5 minutes in a day, morning as well as evening. I think that is sufficient enough. It will cover, it will take up all the areas and it will reach all the areas which is visible to the brush, and it will clean up all the areas and clean up the device food particles stuck in between the teeth and the gums. Now, the tongue. The tongue is the organ in the mouth which can cater and which can harbor millions and millions of bacteria. So, two ways of cleaning the tongue. Either you can brush gently on your tongue, of course without a paste, or you can use a tooth tongue cleaner which can easily clean the bacteria and the plaque which is accumulated on the tongue. Now, floss. Your dentist would have definitely recommended you to use a floss. Okay, what is a floss? It's like the regular thread which is available in the market, marketed by either Colgate or Oral-B company. All right. So a floss can be used in between the teeth to clean the plaque which is accumulated in between the teeth or in between the tooth and the artificial cap which you might have fixed. There are various other aids which can help you in cleaning the food particles stuck in between the teeth. That is, there is an interdental brush available which you can use like a toothpick in between the teeth to clean the food particles or plaque accumulated on the tooth surface. There are different other aids available like a dental floss or basically a water flosser which releases water with a high jet velocity, and it can clean the surfaces in between the teeth as well. Okay, particularly the patients who have braces or implants done, right, or artificial prostheses which are kept on the teeth, for them such type of a appliance is very much essential, and it will help in cleaning the area in between the teeth effectively. Now, the best thing that you can do for your teeth and the gums is to avoid tobacco derivatives or avoid tobacco products. Any form of a local tobacco, chewing tobacco, or betel nut, or either smoking, which can cause oral cancer and can lead to other oral complications as well as systemic problems as well. It can affect your health also in a bad way. Next is avoid sugary beverages, colas, and snacks in between the meals. Okay, the regular Pepsis and Thumbs Up or maybe Coca-Cola which is available, it has a lot of acid and a carbon monoxide in that. It can erode the tooth surface, it can cause damage to the teeth, and in the long run can eventually lead to breakdown of the enamel. Right? Again, we tend to binge food particles in between the two meals. Right? If we don't brush or if we don't have a habit of cleaning our mouth immediately after eating something, then there is a possibility that it can cause DP. To avoid that, we advise to binge on the foodstuffs or sugary stuffs during your meals, so that after finishing your meal, you can at least brush your teeth or you can rinse thoroughly to make sure that there is no food particles stuck in between the teeth or in the minor cavities that might be there on the food surface. Now, what kind of snacks are best for the tooth? Ideally, fresh fruits and vegetables which are crunchy in nature and which are fibrous. When you chew on a fibrous type of a food, it will help in cleaning the food particles that are stuck on the tooth or in between the teeth, and indirectly it can help in cleaning the food particles that might have stuck in between the teeth. Now, What are the supplements that you can take? Food supplements, which are rich in calcium and vitamin D, are recommended. Also, you can take some supplements of calcium which are good for the teeth and the bone in the long run, as well as, I think it's not mentioned here, but you can even have vitamin C, which is good for the gums as well. The point number 10 is drink more water, right? We as dentists would prescribe drinking more water. The reason is it will thin out your saliva. Watery saliva is good to remove all the food particles in between, and it will help in reducing the extent of the cavity. Indirectly, water intake would be useful for having a better glow on your face, as well as reducing reducing the acidic nature. Acidity may indirectly affect your tooth enamel as well, right? And now the common question that people ask us is, when do you replace your toothbrush, right? In I would say that in Indian houses, like, toothbrush is a thing that stays for you for a lifetime, right? It has multiple uses. Maybe for the first 3 to 6 months, it is useful for the teeth. Later on, when the bristles build, then it is used to clean the vessels or maybe floor or anything. And later on, when the bristles completely go off, then maybe the homemakers of the Indian homes, they use it for other multiple purposes as well, right? We are not concerned with the rest of the things, but I strongly recommend change your toothbrush once every 1.5 to 2 months, if you're brushing twice in a day, all right, which is highly recommended. Now, minor toothaches or maybe some severe minor sensitivity, sometimes people tend to ignore. Our advice would be, do not ignore even the minutest of the aches or the sensitivity. Why? Because even right now, what is minor can lead to major problems or major discomfort or tooth loss in future as well. If you visit a dentist with such an issue, dentist can check the teeth thoroughly and point out certain things which you might have missed and which has the potential to develop into a bigger cavity or may play a major role in causing dental pain or severe swelling in future, right? Another one is people use a mouthwash on a regular basis, right? I personally would recommend use a mouthwash sparingly. Use a mouthwash which is alcohol free, right? Use a mouthwash which is water based. Like the common mouthwashes available in the market, for example, Listerine and Brandwise, right? They are alcohol based. So they tend to stain your teeth in the long run. They tend to cause dryness of the mouth, and in future you may come up with brown or discolored teeth, and you may have to go for a cleanup. The best thing to use is a mouthwash which is water based. It will solve dual purpose. It will clean up the plaque and the tartar accumulated on the tooth surface. Plus, it will give you good breath as well, and without causing any harmful effects on the teeth and the gums. You need to take care of your oral care equipment. Your toothbrush, your tongue cleaner, they have to be maintained systematically. They have to be kept upright after drying them in a medical kit. Do not cover the toothbrush in a wet condition, which otherwise it can harbor bacteria. And the next thing, if you put it in the mouth, then definitely it can spread infection. And now the last thing is, when do you visit your dentist? Ideally, हम सबके पास गाड़ियां तो है, right? We do servicing of our vehicles every 6 months, right? Our mouth is our vehicle, all right? So we recommend a routine visit to a dentist, a regular visit to a dentist once every 3 to 6 months, to ensure that your teeth, your gums, your oral hygiene is maintained, and you don't come up with something major all of a sudden, right? Your dentist can do a routine checkup once every 6 months. He can recommend, if at all wherever you are going wrong, he can suggest you some things, how to maintain the teeth, how to maintain the gums, right? And if required, a routine dental cleanup can be done at least once in a year, right? So here I end my tips, and now a small segment of my presentation is remaining, where I would try to clear a few myths which we normally hold for our teeth and regarding the dental treatment, right? Myth is something which is like which stays with us from generations. We have heard the myth, our forefathers, our fathers, they have certain myths, certain pre-notioned thoughts in their mind about the dental stuff, right? And truth is something which, a person who has some knowledge about dentistry or about some teeth can um, clear the myth, can clear the doubt by guiding you and showing you what the truth is, right? So this is my small attempt. I have listed 7 myths which normally people would have. In my last 21 years of dental practice, I have come up across with these myths which are very commonly asked by the patients, right? So the first one is दांत साफ करने से दांत ढीले पड़ जाएंगे या दांतों के बीच में गैप आ जाए, right? Which is not true. In fact, when you clean your teeth, when a dentist mechanically or with some dental aid, if he tries to clean your teeth, he is trying to remove the plaque and the tartar which is stuck in between the teeth or around the gums. All right. This will never create any gaps in between the teeth. This will in fact preserve your tooth architecture plus maintain the healthy structure of the gums, which in future would definitely try to restore your gum level to the proper margin and can prolong the life of your teeth. अगर आप बहुत दांत खराब होने के बाद if you try to visit a dentist, then definitely your teeth are already swinging and your teeth are already moving, and the plaque and the tartar is something which is just holding your teeth together, right? So वो निकालने के बाद sometimes you feel that there is a gap in between the teeth, there is some sensitivity in the teeth, right? But by doing this cleanup, this is a reversible type of a thing. The gums will again come back to the normalcy, and your sensitivity would definitely reduce and go down to a drastic level. Okay, and this will help you in maintaining the teeth and the gums, prolong the life of the teeth for a longer period. Next is, if you extract your upper teeth, it may lead to blindness, or you may lose your eyesight, which is what people sometimes ask when we ask them to that they require extraction of the upper wisdom teeth, right? ऐसा नहीं होता, right? In such a case, what happens? All the teeth are connected with the nerve, and all the teeth are connected with the nerve to the brain, right? So the function is basically when we remove a tooth, we don't affect that the nerves are not affected. Now the latest technologies, the modern appliances that your dentist would have, we normally don't pluck out the teeth, we don't pull out the teeth with force, we don't hang on the teeth, try to remove it. All right. The latest technology से क्या होता है कि we very slowly loosen out the tooth and just twist it out without causing any damage to the teeth and the gums. So this myth is definitely baseless. Extraction of the upper tooth will definitely, or for that matter, any tooth will definitely never lead to blindness, or it will not cause loss of memory as well. The third thing would be root canal treatment. I'm sure almost all of you would have had an experience of root canal treatment at least once in your lifetime, right? Root canal treatment is actually not at all painful. People feel that it is a highly painful procedure, but believe me, root canal procedure nowadays with modern equipments, modern appliances that a dentist would have, root canal treatment can be completed safely, painlessly in just one sitting or at max 2 sittings, right? And while doing the procedure, let me ensure you, root canal treatment is absolutely painless. The anesthesia which we have nowadays is so widespread, it's so good that the root canal treatment while doing the procedure and even after that, the treatment or the tooth will be absolutely painless. Orthodontic treatment, this is कभी कराना चाहिए बच्चों में, right? See, this is like the myth is a few dentists also they tell their patients that visit me when the child is 12 years old. उसके बाद देखेंगे दांत का ट्रीटमेंट कराने की ब्रेसिस की ट्रीटमेंट जरूरत है कि नहीं. नो. क्या होता है कि इफ एट ऑल द टीथ go टेढ़े मेढ़े दांत जब हो जाते हैं, and when you visit a dentist after 12 years, then the treatment that the dentist would do is called a corrective type of treatment. But if you have heard of something which is a preventive treatment क्या होता है कि when the tooth start going haywire, right? When the kids have some habits like mouth breathing की habits होती है, thumb sucking की habit होती है, so when you realize that your kid is having such a habit, you should visit the dentist and you should tell him about his habit so that he can give you some preventive type of a treatment, or a habit breaking appliance can be given to the child so that in future the teeth will not develop in a crisscross or a crowding manner, जिसके लिए आगे चल के you might have to go for expensive and long term orthodontic or braces treatment. Preventing in a young age will definitely help in avoiding corrective treatment in future. So I would recommend your first visit to the child, I would say, begins as soon as your teeth erupts. Okay, it's not written here, but then one more thing which just struck me is बच्चों को दांत कभी साफ करने चाहिए. The moment the first tooth erupts in the mouth, you should get the cleaning done, right? Gums को cleaning करना चाहिए बच्चों का with the help of either honey or maybe some wet cloth. The gums should be cleaned, right? The moment a tooth erupts, there are specific kid brushes available or finger brushes available which can be used to clean the teeth of the infants or maybe small kids, right? And likewise, I would advise a regular visit of your kid also to the dentist once the permanent teeth start up, maybe around 6.5. The front lower permanent teeth will start up, and right from there, plus the milk teeth which are there, you have to keep on continuously watching the teeth when to start up the dental treatment. Now, the next thing which are in continuity is a milk teeth or the deciduous teeth, which we call in our terms. Even if they are broken, we should not get the treatment done, right? Because this is the myth that people have. But it's a big cross. No, बच्चों के दांत है. Kids initially may not tell you, but if there is a problem in one side of the mouth, then the kid would start eating from the other side without even telling your parents, right? And on the other side, the teeth will keep on decaying. Okay. पीछे के दांत जो होते हैं, the back teeth in the mouth of the kids, they fall not before the age of 10 or 11, right? And if you find a decay or a cavity at the age of 5 or 6, right, you can't neglect it, you can't ignore that. The cavity will definitely keep on progressing deeper and deeper inside, and eventually it will lead to breakdown of that tooth completely. So eventually, either the tooth may break on its own, or the kid may develop a swelling and you may go to a dentist and get it out. But if the tooth is lost well before its due date, right? If suppose the tooth is it's supposed to fall at the age of 10 or 11, and the child loses his or her tooth because of a decay or any other issue at the age of around 6 or 7, right? You still have around 4 years of time lapse. You can't leave that area open. It will lead to drifting of the side teeth. It will lead to a loss of the vertical height, which may in future interfere with the eruption of the natural teeth. Okay, so बच्चों के दांत हो या बड़ों के दांत हो, it's always better the moment you see a black spot in your mouth, visit a dentist, get it corrected so that it will not take up a huge proportion and you can prevent bigger and expensive treatments later. Another one or more teeth lost or extracted, it's okay. God has given us 32 pulse. It's okay to lose a teeth, no need for replacement. Right? This is what people think. एक साइड का दांत निकल गया, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, we'll eat from the other side. But what happens if that other side is also causing any problem? Right? What will you do? You have lost the habit of eating on one side. Now the other side is also giving you trouble. So मजबूरी में you have to go to the dentist to get it done. ठीक है? Don't wait till that scenario develops. If you eat only on one side, what will happen? That muscles or those side of joint will get affected more. It will be overworked. The other side will be underworked. So in the long run, this will cause fatigue of the muscles, fatigue of the joint, and can cause us one side of a headache as well. Right? So even if you lose one tooth, the side two teeth will keep on drifting inside if one tooth is lost. The opposing tooth will keep on coming down, right? And eventually there will be a loss of space for replacement of that particular tooth. So The moment you lose a tooth, or if you are in a danger of losing one particular tooth, or the dentist extracts a tooth, better is get it replaced with whatever suggestions your dentist would give you, and make sure that you eat on both the sides. Now, the final thing, people think dental treatment is very expensive. Is it? No. This is again a myth. Treatment is not expensive. Delay will lead to treatment which is expensive. Right? Now, when you brush your teeth, you have a tendency to see completely thoroughly check your mouth on your own in the morning. The moment you see something brown or some black discoloration on the tooth, it's good to visit a dentist. If it's a minor cavity, then the dentist can suggest some form of a small filling or some kind of a small treatment wherein the cavity can be cleared. If you miss your treatment, if you miss your appointment with the dentist in this stage, then the decay will progress further deep inside, and it will lead to a further bigger decay and can cause sensitivity and pain. Right? At this moment, if you visit a dentist, then the dentist might suggest you to go in for a root canal. Alright, एक filling हुआ and later on there is a root canal. The difference between the costing is filling is root canal is 4 to 5 times more than the filling. Right? Now, at this stage also, if you miss your visit to the dentist, what will happen? Your tooth will completely break down. The dentist might suggest to extract the tooth and then replacement of the same. Now, from the root canal to the replacement, it is again 4 to 5 times the cost is elevated. So, if you compare stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 1 is X amount, stage 2 is 5X amount, and stage 3 is 10X amount. Right? So, the importance is, what I mean to say is, stitching time saves 9. Right? If you visit a dentist, if you get your dental treatment done at the right time, right? Whenever you get that small food particle sticking in between the teeth, you get that minor sensitivity, or you can spot a brown or a black hole. That's the time to visit a dentist, get it sorted out, get it treated. You can avoid bigger and expensive treatments in future. So that's all with my presentation. I hope I have done justice to what I was assigned to do. Before I end, I would like to thank my family, my dad, my mom, my wife, and my son, who are my strength, my inspiration, my energy, whose blessings have guided me to work tirelessly for so long. And I seek their blessings in future as well. If any questions, I'm ready. I'm open for that.